I'm actually staying at my mom's house right now and it's a bit crowded, so I thought I'd go for a walk. I'm actually sick too, so I probably shouldn't even really be doing this, but we're going to because I didn't want to disappoint you guys. So today we're talking about how to make corporate videos cool. So corporate videos are really important when you're starting your business. It was 100% one of the video genres that I did first because not only do they pay well, but a lot of people need them. But what I know typically happens after a little bit of time is people get bored saying, oh, corporate videos don't fulfill me, or they're just so boring and there's nothing to do with them and it's not my fault because it's the story and I just can't make anything interesting out of it. There is a way to make corporate videos cool. And in the video production business that I run, we've actually become really, really good at making corporate videos cool. It is a really valuable skill to be able to take something that is seemingly boring and turn it into a storyline or turn it into a video or a piece of content that is actually really interesting and really engaging. So here we go. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is finding an emotional angle to your story. So like I said, in my business we've become really, really good at being able to find an emotional and impactful angle to a traditional corporate video story. So to give you guys an example of what that means, we were working with a company called Tekla. They make assistive devices for people who are unable to use their body to its fullest extent from their shoulders down, and give them the ability to use touchscreen devices like an iPad or an iPhone. So it's super, super cool. And you must think, oh, it's just really easy. Like, people just must understand how that can change people's lives every day. But no, they need to hear an actual story. And almost as a kind of nonchalant kind of comment, one of our clients mentioned, oh, well, you know, we have this guy named Todd and he used Tekla to sext his wife. Sext. And we thought, oh my god, that is it. That is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard, and also it makes me want to cry all at the same time. But that sells the product more than talking about the features ever will. That's an emotional response. That tugs at your heartstrings. That's what people want to hear. It's your job to try and communicate to your client that this is the angle they need to go with. And that is what is going to make a compelling story, and that is how you make a corporate video cool. We're now in a park. We're just going to do this section in a park. The next thing that is super important in making a corporate video cool is your music. Don't choose something from Envato, and please pay for your music. Don't use free music because it's not good. And Envato music also isn't very good. But you didn't hear that from me, so please just pay for your music. A few sites I recommend are Premium Beat. I also really like Epidemic Sound. I also really like Artlist. Try and find a piece of music that builds and then, you know, descends and has a bit of a lull again and then really ramps up and, you know, has that crescendo, so that you can use that in really impactful points. I'm going to do a video later in a little bit more detail about how to specifically choose a really cool song and different ways you can use it in your video to make it work with the footage you have. But yeah, choose a cool piece of music. I know you can do it, and pay for it. They deserve it. As I mentioned, I'm staying at home, and this is my childhood bedroom. Isn't it cute? It was also way too cold outside, so I'm inside. Look how red my ears are. The third point I want to make is don't shoot in a boardroom. And this is the first place your client is going to want to shoot. But the fact of the matter is, boardrooms are boring. They don't show anything about the business. They don't show anything about the person that you're interviewing if you are doing interviews. If you have to use the office space they're in, try and suggest maybe they have a really nice hallway with lots of windows. Just get them to stand that way and maybe use the symmetry of the windows, or try and use maybe a common area or a sitting area. You can also get them to stand, so if it's a nice day, go outside. And this doesn't necessarily apply to corporate videos too. This can just be for any video or any person you're interviewing. Try and choose a location that shows a bit more personality and less corporate. My very last point is when it comes to B-roll, try and shoot B-roll that shows more personality about the employees and the business. Kind of goes hand in hand with the boardroom point. Shoot little clips that show more of a human level to the job that they're doing. Maybe it's them having coffee in the boardroom or talking to customers, you know, interaction, opportunities for them to smile and look like they're enjoying their work. We use this a ton in our videos. We call it the walk and talk, and we have two people walk down the hallway, you know, holding some papers and looking like they're having a walking meeting, you know, like they always do in TV shows and stuff like that. Like, we also do a few shots of people walking outdoors and walking outside, and I mean, no one really does that, but it looks like they have a community at their office environment. There are definitely opportunities to show people interacting with each other and make their business seem like a community, because people love watching happy people. Those are my tips on how to make a corporate video cool. Thank you guys so much for being patient with this video, because as you know, I am sick, but I really wanted to get these tips out to you. Let me know if you have any questions about these points or need any more suggestions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I would appreciate it so much, and I'll see you guys later. A lot of you guys on my Instagram said that you wanted me to do this because Chris is away and he left his Onewheel here. So we are gonna go try out the Onewheel. And this could go terribly wrong, and I have a good feeling this is probably gonna go really, really wrong. I'm doing this for you because I felt like I was a bit lazy with this week's video because I was a bit sick, so I hope this will make you forgive me. It's a kitten.
I'm 100 and I'm getting it. Come along, luxury. I'm when I drop in this. When I turn up, you know I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. Yes, I'm on my. I'm so. Yes, I am so. I'm on my.
You guys know how to Onewheel now.